tribute to Henny Youngman. So, stick around.
We are back in Temple Mall here.
Temple Mall, and we're joined by some kids who I know have a very special place. All right, let's get the applause going, folks.
This really is truly a unique and special story. This is Thomas and Ethan Chamberlain. Thank you guys for being here.
You're welcome.
Tell us how you, I guess we should kind of, actually, why don't you explain what you guys have been doing over the past year?
We have been saving money for Jerry Lewis, and I really like it. He may not, but I do.
And basically what both of these boys, Thomas and Ethan, have been doing here, they both like it. I think they both enjoy what they're doing. They have been taking, right here, if we can get a shot of this right here. They've been filling up these buckets with pennies. They started off with pennies. They've been doing it for, there we are right there, for 6 years now. Starting off with pennies. The first year, they had $13. And you went to, tell me about when you decided you wanted to help. How'd that all start?
I really can't describe it.
Because you were like 5 years old. You probably don't remember.
No, ma'am.
Long time ago, but said he wanted to help. We got $13.
And then that went to $37 the next year, and then $105 the next year, and $135 the year after that. Last year, they were $182.
Ready for the drum roll?
Yeah, we have a little drum roll going.
Is that good? There we go, drum roll. And can you tell us how much you raised here this year?
$250.50.
Wow, round of applause here. They are, and I will have to say that you have spent some time with Sharon in the past.
Yes, ma'am.
And we all want to say a special hello to her?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll say hi?
Hi, Sharon.
I asked if it was your girlfriend, but it's not, right?
Right.
Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see what she says. I'm sure she'd probably say yes. Anyways, you never know what the great things you can learn from kids.
Exactly, and this is true proof that every penny counts.
Every penny counts.
And thanks to these efforts, think of how much great research and work is going to be done to help these kids.
And we have several checks here. We have, listen to the phone ringing.
The phones
we love
are going
that
behind
here.
us.
But we have wow, look at that. Winnie L. Nursing Home Facility. Can you read how much that is for me right there?
$4 million.
$4 million. We're close to
$4,314.
$4,314, and that's going to go up on...
certainly got tacked onto that Sonic tote board up there.
We want to thank Sonic, too, for that, especially.
Absolutely, and we have another check here from the Temple Team Lockup for $2,000. Certainly going to make a great contribution. And we have tons of great names and pledges that I'm going to try to go through these as quick as I can here, folks, because we appreciate all of them. Leo Tiller of Temple.
Thanks,
Joel. Appreciate that. Leo Tiller of Tillman. Carter Travis of Thorndale. Edwin Zedjak.
How about just Edwin?
Edwin of Buckholz. But we do appreciate that. Carly Cope of Temple made great contributions.
We have several more.
Back here, too. Here, this time it's all you.
Okay, we have Roland and Betty Luna of Temple, Robert and Gertrude McKenna of Temple, Ann Harwell of Salado, Cindy Copeland of Belton, and Jan Zabek of Temple. And I believe now we're going to go back to the Waco studio. Do you want to ask Sharon if maybe she'll be your girlfriend? I think she's about to answer and see what she says. You just want to tell her hi?
Now we got shy folks.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
My girlfriend.
Did you hear that? Hang on. We got to get that in again.
I think Sharon is my girlfriend.
Sharon, what do you have to say about that?
Oh, yeah. Fighting over Sharon. You're a hot ticket, man.
I'm flattered, and I'm so proud of them. They have done a really good job over the years.
Every year, a little bit more.
Yes.
$150 in pennies?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
That is awesome. Thomas and Ethan, I'm so, so proud of you. Good job.
And we got a call from James Fabre, and I'm hoping I pronounced his name correctly because he's already called in twice. He called in with a $100 donation, and then he called back with another $100 donation.
Wow.
So thank you, James. We really appreciate you. Ray Simpson of Gatesville, Angela Palazzo of Marlin, WR, and Pat Hamilton of Waco, Thomas Kohler of Waco, and Ed and Barbara Mattis of Elmont, Mattis Electric, Angie Boatcamp, Jan and Ray Kirkendall, and Ellen Schwartz, and Alice Guthrie of Gatesville, and Dixie Moore of Waco, and Linda Lassiter of Waco, Barbara Burks of Waco, Steve Watson of Hamilton. And that's it. That's all I have.
Man, that's terrific.
That was really good.
Good donations coming in. We appreciate that. We're going to do something that Gordon's going to explain here called Matching Pledge.
Oh, yeah, we are, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
I'm
In
excited
fact,
about that.
Sharon and I are going to split up and kind of hit
Okay.
these phone
We're gonna
banks
let
while
you
you
guys-
explain
Well,
what's
I'll
going
explain
on.
it.
Yeah.
I'll
You
explain
explain it. All right.
Yeah, I'll explain it. Here's what we're going to do. John McLaren has, where? One. That would be one. Okay. John McLaren has generously agreed to match another a segment that we call the Matching Pledge segment. So now we're going to put 4 minutes on the clock. Right there. 4 minutes on the clock. Oh, right. No, don't start it. Stop it. Okay. We owe you 2 seconds, okay? Here's how it works. You call in with a $25 donation. It instantly becomes $50, and John McLaren picks up the tab for that. So here's your chance to make John McLaren Chevrolet pay for this segment. Ready? Go! And the clock is off and running. Rusty, what do you got over there?
Volunteers from the Waco High School Scarlet Line, and they are all sitting here eagerly. You're not a Scarlet Liner? Okay. Well, these are some wonderful people who are ready to take those phones, and we've got some ringing here, and we hope to have these ringing. Remember, each and every dollar that you pledge is matched by the good folks out at John McLaren, up to $1,000. So this is your chance to double, to get more bang for your buck. And Sharon, take it over to you.
All right. I am with ladies from the FCCLA. Actually, there's a gentleman involved as well. And a few of them are on the phone, but there's some more that would like to call. So call 800-637-8028 with your donation. And Gordon, what do you have going on over there?
Okay, I'm over here. We have one phone ready to go. And let me see if I remember your name. Let's see this. Joan, Ann, and John. Is that right?
Jenny, Ann, and John.
Yeah. Well, that was close. That was closer than I thought I was going to get. Why are you here?
I'm here with my family. My sister-in-law, Katie Browson, is dealing with muscular dystrophy, and we're here to support her.
We do appreciate it, but I sure wish that phone would ring.
I do, too. It will.
Work some mojo on it for me, will you?
I'll do it.
Thank you. All right, where are we going? Let's, Rusty.
All of our operators busy except for 2 here on the back row. So keep those calls coming in. Your pledges are so important, and we want to match every single dollar that you donate thanks to John McLaren Chevrolet. Let's go to Bill and Julie out in Temple.
Yeah, hey, Rusty.
Thanks, Rusty.
And
Thanks,
we couldn't
John
let them go.
McLaren,
They're
too.
too cute. Look, and they did such great work. We have Thomas and Ethan Chamberlain here. And Thomas, tell us why you wore the shirt that you put on this morning, what you were just telling me.
Because I want to support the troops, and I challenge everybody that either that is in the military or has somebody in the military to call.
What a
It is
great
a great challenge. And now is the time, folks. Now that John McLaren is matching those bids, should be a great time to make those calls in.
Yeah, wonderful. I mean, they went out and raised in pennies, $231. We only have 1:45 left on that clock. You want to send out a challenge?
I challenge everybody that's in the fire department to call.
There you go.
We've got a call out for the fire department. We're getting a round of applause here in Temple.
And you guys want to say hi to everyone at your schools, because they also helped collect money to send here today.
We'd like to say hi to everybody that helped us in our school.
Which school do you go to?
I go to Cameron Elementary.
And where do you go to school?
Well, somewhere in Central Texas, but we want to say thank you to all the schools in Central Texas. Again, our number is 791-0933. If you're in the military or have a family member, which thousands of people around this area do, you've got a challenge here from an 11-year-old boy here. So now we are going to head over to our
Christopher Heath down in Killeen.
Heath.
Chris.
Hey, you guys, you made the challenge to the military, and you also made the challenge to the fire department. I want you to take a look over here. I've got the Nolanville Volunteer Fire Department hard at work. A couple of minutes ago, we had all these front phones going. We want to get all 5 of them going because I live in Nolanville. And if these guys are here, no one's watching my house, which is a great concern to me. So if they're going to be here and my house is going to be unprotected, we need to be getting some calls in. We need these people working hard. So call in. The number here, 634-8500. John McLaren Chevrolet will, of course, match any donation you make. Send in $50. That becomes $100 real quick. We now send it back to Waco for the final 13 seconds.
Stop the clock.
Stop it.
Right there. Whoa. 9 seconds. 9.71 seconds.
Do
Let's
you
freeze
see
time.
this? Everyone is just about on the phone.
We have
Just
three
about everyone.
open on the back row. Right.
Okay.
Go ahead. You're going to maximize your donation. We've frozen the clock for an extra 9.71 remaining. So we know that our phones were tied up there for a little while. Every phone we had in the whole on all the banks were occupied. So we've decided to extend it just for a few more seconds.
Freezing time for your benefit.
Exciting to see everyone working, all the volunteers.
Yeah.
This is what they wanted to do.
The matching pledges are the most exciting part of the effort here every year, and John McLaren Chevrolet has always stepped up to the plate with each and every telethon here recently to help us out, and they're doing it again this year, and boy, this is the time to really make them pay.
You think he's about to start crying right about now? He's probably saying, let's get that 9 seconds over with. What do you think? Let's stretch it out a little bit longer.
A few more seconds.
We have
All right.
1, 2, 3,
one more phone ring.
4, 5,
Hey, it's
6
for Jerry's
operators.
kids.
One more.
We need one more phone
call.
to ring.
One more call, folks.
One more phone.
There
it
it
is.
is. There it is.
All right, let's start the clock back
stop
up.
it. There you go.
There
All
we go.
right.
You know,
Come on,
really,
you
5
still have
seconds
time.
left.
5 seconds.
we really should go to the Sonic tote board to see
All right.
how much damage we've done, you know.
I bet you it's good.
I bet it is. Here goes
Get
the
that
Sonic
Sonic
tote board. Let those numbers be big. That's good. That's good.
And I have right here
57,696.
a promissory note from John McLaren Chevrolet. So thank you, Central Texas, for running that up to $1,000.
All right. And there's more to come.
Yes. We might be able to squeeze another one out.
They'll be back with another matching pledge a little later on.
Let's check in with Christopher Heath and Colleen.
Hey, guys, I have a very special pledge here I wanted to read out. Robin Hendershot called in from Lampasas a little while ago, pledged $50 in memory of Matthew Phillips, who passed away about a year and a half ago with muscular dystrophy. And we also have another pledge that I want to read here from the Colleen Fire Department. Their Fill the Boot campaign raised an astonishing $1,500. That money will all go to help serve MDA in numerous ways. One of the ways it's going to help them is with camps for these kids. And I had a chance about a year ago to go to the Green Family Camp and see some of the work they do out there, playing with the kids, counselors one-on-one. Each kid gets their own counselor who goes with them the whole week. It's just like their big brother, their big sister, does everything with them. They bike, they go everywhere. They go swimming. It's a great time for these kids, and your donations make that possible. We said earlier today that it's $600 for just 1 week for one of these kids, and this donation here from the Colleen Fire Department will help to send almost 3 kids to camp for 1 week. And along those lines, we have a little bit here about one of the camps right here in Central Texas, the Bruceville camp, which serves MDA.
Okay.
For 1 week every year, kids with muscular dystrophy can be kids. From 6 to 21 Central Texas MD patients camp at Green Family Camp in Bruceville.
I've been coming for 14 years, I think.
No.
And it's just fun. It's a chance to get away from your parents and just, chill with other people and experience different things and meet a whole bunch of new friends.
Amanda Eads is in her last year at camp. At 21 years old, she's too old to attend anymore. But what this camp has given her over the past few years is priceless.
Just getting out and basically just being out and doing things and talking to people and not being afraid that they're going to make fun of you or say something bad about you, or going in and playing a sport that you might not think you're able to do, but they make it so that you can do it.
Camp is a time for these kids to open up, experience things they often don't get to experience. They may not be free from their disability, but for just a brief moment at least, they're free from the world that is their chair.
Hey, wait.
For Amanda, it's a chance to be a kid all over again.
This is a kid week where you don't have to concentrate on college, high school, and you get to just hang out and act like adults and have fun doing it.
Camp is an opportunity for children to be around children who know what it's like to be weak or in a wheelchair. It's a chance for kids with the same abilities to be together and be happy. Mike Barger, News 10, Bruceville.
All righty. And for those of you who are used to watching this telethon, you might recognize the person sitting next to me, Amanda Eads. She's here almost every year, joined usually by Mike Barger. This year I'm here, but I lucked out this year because Amanda's brought a friend who is Well, sleeping. It's her dog there, Kylie, who's on the ground, and she is just tuckered out. But last year at the summer camp, you were at the Bruceville camp last year. Tell me about what camp means to you and what kind of things. I mean, you said it was your last year, so it had to be a little bit bittersweet saying goodbye to that camp.
I've been going to camp since I was 6, and I only missed 2 years of camp, so of course it was very important to me. I looked forward to it every year. One of my best friends would always go with me, and I think she ended up, and it was 6 years that she went, and she's considering going again. And it's just so much fun. We do so much things. They go swimming like you saw in the clip. We have several dances. The Harley people come out and visit us. And this year it rained, so they didn't get to show off their bikes too much, but they brought us food because we were stuck in the cabin all day long. But, this year was hard because it was my last year, and I think there were 5 of us that graduated this year, so it'd be different not going back next year.
The pledges people make every year when we do this is what sends you to camp, had sent you to camp for all those years. Now, I mean, in a little bit of way, that's motivated a little bit to where you are now. You're a college student, I find out. You're taking some upper-level classes there. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I'm a junior at Charleston State. I'm majoring in business management. In December, I received an associate's degree in business administration at Central Texas College. So now I'm working my way up. Slowly but surely, I'm considering a double major in human resource, so we'll see how that goes.
Outstanding. You're not going anywhere, because I was told you're co-hosting this with me the rest of the day, because everyone else now up in Waco, they've got Rusty and Sharon and Gordon. That's 3 people up there. You got Bill and Julie, who we're going to in a minute, and I've been here by myself all day. And so now I've got my own little trifecta working here. Although I don't think Callie's going to be contributing too much.
Probably not.
Okay.
We might do something later if we try real hard. Maybe if the phones ring, it'll motivate her to do some work here.
She's a natural salesman.
Quiet.
Callie gets a free chicken strip. We have a whole bunch of chicken left back there. She gets one. The next time. Okay. Dog's going to weigh 300 pounds by the time this evening's out. I don't know if that's healthy. If we have any vets call in, make a contribution, then tell us if we should be feeding fried chicken to the dog. There's only one way we're going to know. We're going to send it out to Bill and Julie out in Temple.
Yeah, things are going great here, but Bill, let's step aside and look. Is anyone on the phone back there?
Thinking no.
No, and they look like they're getting a little bit, not bored, but
so Central Texas,
yeah.
this is your chance. This is your chance to step up to the plate, make those phones ring. We've had our sonic tote board's been going pretty strong all afternoon. Oh,
there we go.
There we go.
One phone call. Can we get another one here? Our number again is 7910933.
And I was saying the sonic tote board has been doing pretty good all afternoon.
Yeah. Wonderful. We're over $12,000 here. And have you gotten a phone call yet? Come on. And what's your name? Warren? Warren. Okay, make the phones ring for Warren. He's been sitting here. Look at him right there. See, ladies, we've got a nice-looking young man here waiting on your phone call. 7910933. And we have a challenge here from you. Look at that. Is that? Oh, we should let Warren answer the phone there. But we have Yvonne Inthrop, and she is wanting to challenge. This is anyone who graduated in 1979, $10 for every kid that they have.
Right, and she donated money herself for her 3 children.
Did. And so for a 1979 grad. Or really, how about
any grad of any year?
Any grad, any kids, $10. That would help our Sonic tote board. And we do want to again say thank you to Sonic for it. Look at that. We got another phone call back here, and we've got a lot of things going on here at the mall in Temple.
It's great. And if you get a chance, swing by the Colonial Mall here in Temple. Come say hi to us and drop off your donation at the fishbowl that we have set up here in the food court. We'd love to see you guys.
And I think now we're going to go back to Rusty and see how things are going in Waco. Rusty, how you doing?
Thanks, Bill and Julie. We're doing great out here. I've got Joe Singer here in our check presentation area. Joe is a member of the Waco Fire Department. Fill the Boot is a huge campaign, and we've heard about it year after year after year with firefighters now celebrating half a century of efforts for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Joe, how did Fill the Boot get started?
It started in 50 years ago in Boston, Massachusetts. A man went running into a fire station saying he needed help. His 2 young sons had been diagnosed with muscular dystrophy, and so the firefighters at Station 1 in Boston, Massachusetts, took their boots out and collected $5,000 for the gentleman. And every year since then, firefighters across the nation have gone out and collected money for Jerry's kids.
Wow, one effort became a nationwide endeavor.
Yes.
That was terrific. Well, Joe, I understand that you have a check for us, so I'll turn it over to you.
Yes, this is one check of 3 that we're going to present today. For this first one's for $1,500. This is our first part of our Fill the Boot campaign that we did.
$1,500. Joe, thank you, sir, and thanks to the firefighters. And we have other firefighters in the house. Now I have both Johns. John Beakley and John Gates. And you guys are from the Hewitt Fire Department, correct? What have you guys been doing?
Well, we have had 2 Fill the Boot endeavors, and both very successful.
Okay, and you have a check.
I do, for $2,600.
From the Hewitt Fire Department. Guys, thank you for your continued efforts for Jerry's kids. And we have Dana Roberts. Now, Dana, I understand that this is a check presentation for Rosalie Matthews. Explain how this all works.
She participated in the lockup, the MDA lockup, and she had to call various people and have various different sponsors to pay for her to get out of jail. So she raised the money on behalf of our law firm, and we're here to donate the check to you.
And that firm is?
Beard, Colgin, Brophy, Bostwick, and Dixon.
Glad that was you saying that.
It's a mouthful.
All right. Dana, tell us what you have.
$1,505.
Wow. That is terrific. Thank you so much for your efforts. Now let's go over to Sharon Mayo. Sharon?
All right, thanks, Rusty. Right now I am joined by Katie Browson, and she is answering the phone lines, but Katie has been diagnosed with Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
I got it right. You only told me 5 times.
No, I only told you twice. And you got it right.
Explain to us what that is.
That actually is named after the 3 doctors that found and identified the disease, Dr. Charcot, Dr. Marie, and Dr. Tooth, many, many years ago. And it slowly affects the muscle nerves, the nerves that feed the muscles in the legs and in the arms and in the hands. And my older brother and I have it, and we had a very active childhood. We were very fortunate because it's one of the more slow-moving ones. But now we both need quite a bit of assistance, and MDA does offer us a tremendous amount of assistance in the form of not only resources and tools such as my scooter and different things like leg braces, but just really personal dignity. Until very recently, I was a journalist for a Southern California newspaper. And I covered a lot of charities, and there's just so many fine ones out there. But you would be hard-pressed to find one that gives the client, as they call us, more dignity and more resources to claim our dignity so that we can pursue things and contribute to the world around us.
If anyone understands more than, I guess, anyone else that's sitting right here right now, the importance of having this telethon, you do.
Absolutely.
Talk a little bit about what this means for you.
Oh, it just means everything. It's the difference between when my scooter breaks down versus not being able to get it fixed, being able to call my patient services coordinator and him saying, we have some money in the budget and we will get that fixed for you and we'll do it right away. And I don't fill out one piece of paperwork. He does everything for me. And it's just remarkable, and the resources in terms of the neurologists and the specialists that both my brother and I have been helped by over the years. It's just remarkable, and it's unending. It really is. It just never ends. I've been involved with MDA for about 25 years actively, both as a patient and as someone who works with them. And it's amazing to me that it's unceasing. It just never ends.
And equipment like this is not cheap.
It's not cheap at all. This particular scooter costs $3,300, and not many people. When you have a disease like this, it is not at a time in life when things are going well, and it's not always easy to come up with the money, and sometimes you need the help. And that's what this telethon and so many other fundraising things that MDA does for us and for so many other people who then go on and contribute so much to the world.
Katie, thank you so much for being with us today. We really appreciate it. If you're looking for a reason to donate, there are so many different ones that we've given you today, but listening to Katie, that has to have inspired you. Call 800-637-8028 and make a donation today. Let's check in with Christopher.
Sharon, thank you very much. I'd like to read off a couple quick donations we got in during the last John McLaren matching time. The Nolanville Volunteer Fire Department, who's over here manning the phones, their chief called in, pledged $25. That becomes $50. Charles Riley of Colleen called in with $5 pledge. That all of a sudden becomes $10. And the big one, Stephen Blartz of Colleen, $250. That, of course, will be matched by John McLaren to become $500. Take a look at our Sonic total board, $21,650 just contributed thus far through today. We've still got a couple hours left. Asking for you to, whatever you can, pledge that to MDA. You can use your Visa, MasterCard, Discover. If you use your American Express, they will contribute an extra $5 on top of your donation. The number here in Colleen, 634-8500. We're at $21,650 now. We'd like to see that number keep going up throughout the rest of the day. As I said, Nolanville Volunteer Fire Department is here. They'll be here for about another hour or so answering the phone. So call 634-8500. Put them to work. They see those hands shouldn't be waving at. They should be using the phones. Using the other hand to write down donations. They should be busy. Let's get these phones ringing. Let's get these people working. And let's get some money raised for Jerry's kids and MDA. We now go back to Waco for Sharon, Gordon, and Rusty.
Nope, just Gordon. Here we go. Let me read off a few names. Jay Paris of Axtell, Ronnie Hall of Whitney, Mark Ritten of China Spring, Louis Shelton of Waco, Brian and Heather Shaw, Kathy DeBus, Kyle Marcel, Ty Marcel, and Mara Rosario. Thank you for calling in your donations. Do I have a minute to talk to FCCA? MDA raises money year-round. This is the biggest fundraiser of the year. Just give me a minute here. But I need to talk to some people who help MDA make it a year-round event by raising money. Sarah Noe is with Leon High School FCCLA.
Yes, sir.
And I know what that means. Former Cowboys and Cowgirls of Los Angeles.
No. Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America.
I wasn't even close.
No, you weren't.
You raised a little money for MDA, didn't you?
Yes, sir. We raised $1,000 last spring, and we participated in the MDA walk at Grapevine Mills Mall.
And $1,000, you did well, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, thank you so much for your help, and thanks for being here to help us answer the phones. Make their phones ring right now with your donation, folks. We need your help. And Rusty, Sharon?
All right. Shall we do a final tote?
Yes, but before we do that, we want to update everyone about the Gatesville tote board. Oh. It's going on, and it's growing.
Well, good. Tell us how much they've got.
$793.
Let's hear it for Gatesville. Coryell County.
Job.
What a great job. That is wonderful. Well, the Sonic tote board is about to refresh. And let's hope that we get some big numbers up here.
I'm feeling a good one coming on.
That's great. 68,000. We'll go back to national broadcast, but we'll be back here in about 35, 40 minutes, so we'll see you then.